kindness, compassion, love more? How can I afford to live a well cared for life of security, peace, joy, and happiness that focuses on what is real more and more? Look, well, whoever you are, thank you, your name isn't here, but that's a good question. And the most important thing is that these things that you talk about, kindness, compassion, they are in you. They are in you. You know exactly what anger is and what does anger look like. This is this emotion, it comes in, it explodes, you turn red, your blood pressure goes up, your heart is pounding, you're mad, you know exactly what anger is like. And after that anger is passed, you can of course look back and say, yeah, that made me angry. Are you that familiar with kindness? You know what hate is like. But are you that familiar, as you are familiar with hate, are you that familiar with kindness? Are you that familiar with compassion? Are you that familiar with peace? Are you that familiar with joy? Are you that familiar with happiness? If you're not, therein lies the problem, because you should be. Those things are in you at any given moment. Those things exist in you at any given moment. It's not like you leave your happiness behind. It is not like you leave your compassion behind. It's not like you leave your joy behind. Wherever you go and whatever you do, it's right then and there. Just like anger, just like hate, just like confusion. We truly need to understand these other attributes. And when we begin to really understand these attributes, then there is something inside of us that will begin to choose those attributes over the attributes that we by default choose now, which is anger and fear and everything else. With so many people with this coronavirus thing, the biggest thing, people are afraid. And why are people afraid? Oh, what's going to happen to me? When you look at the numbers, and I was looking at them this morning, there's far more people who have died of natural death than from this coronavirus. It's not right, it's not good, I'm not saying that. But when you look at the numbers in terms of just what happens every day, it's not a huge thing. The numbers are not that big, even though they're exponentially growing and growing and growing. And this is, again, a lot of the world leaders are not doing such a good job of leading people. But regardless of that, what do you think being scared of this thing, of coronavirus, will do? Absolutely nothing. All you need to do, like I said, is have that goal. Don't give it to someone. Don't get it from someone. So we are very familiar with some attributes that we have, but we are not familiar with the other attributes we have. Knowing yourself then truly becomes knowing those attributes as well. Saying, yes, I have anger, and I don't like anger, but I have compassion. I have joy. And more familiar you get, easier it becomes to choose those. Understanding that that's who you are, your value. And this is an example that I give, is what is the value of a box, of a small box? And maybe all that has, that box, all it holds is a ring. And the value of the ring is like $200,000. Then what is the value of the box? Well, maybe the value of the box is $50, $10, $20, whatever. But so far that ring is in that box. The value of that box is also $200,000. This is what you have to understand. Take out the ring from the box, and the value of the box is $50, $5, $10, whatever. So far that ring is in that box. The value of that box is equivalent to that. And then that's the same thing that's happening to you. So far in you, there is that thing called life. Your value is infinite. Take that away, and of course, nothing. This is just a box. And this is what happens. So be more familiar with those attributes that you have. Fall in love with those attributes, and then you can enjoy this life more and more and more. Another question? Thank you, Prem. Might you say something to those who have the virus? I've been texting the lockdown clips to many people who don't know you. So fantastic for everyone. Well, all I can say is, look, again, the same thing. Do this. You have the virus. They've told you have the virus. Be patient. Feel good. Get good sleep. And face this thing with courage. Face this thing with courage. Not with fear. Face this thing with courage. You will get better. People want you to get better. But you need to have that hope coming from inside of you. Do this with courage. Do this with patience. Let it run its course. Take the steps that are necessary. Feel well. Take those steps that are necessary. And I hope that you have an incredible, speedy recovery. And that would be wonderful. Here's somebody who writes, Hi, Prem, I'd like to thank you for everything that you have shown me and for helping me. My daughter asked me a couple of years ago when she was 7 or 8, Dad, when I die, will I remember you? And when you die, will you remember me? I didn't want to BS her, so I replied, good question, but I really don't know. I've been thinking a lot ever since. So the question for me became, does the heart have a memory, or is it only aware of the moment now? When you love someone and you are with that person, what exactly do you get out of them? What do they bring you when you see that person, you love that person? They bring you joy. So what does that mean? Joy. They bring you joy. Well, what does joy look like? Is it got their name stamped on it? Or does that just make you feel good being with that person, thinking of that person? And that's what the heart knows about. That feeling, that goodness, that joy that other person might bring. Maybe the catalyst. They're just a catalyst for it. And of course, through whatever, if you have brought joy to each other, she to you and you to her, then you will carry that joy without any labels of names forever. Because the heart is about being full. And you may not be taking, when you go to somebody's house and you have a wonderful dinner, you don't take that dinner with you wherever you go after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but you will remember that good time that you had at that dinner. And life is like that. So I hope that answers your question. So I'm not being very specific, I know. But the heart is about being full. And if she brings joy to you and you bring joy to her, and this is what's so important in the relationships, that we really understand that that's what it is about, how can I bring joy to that other person and how can I receive the joy that other person brings to me? Then it's really just that. And that's a gift that you give to her that has no value. Monetarily, you could never fix a value to it. The value of it is infinite. And the joy that she brings to you, the value of that is infinite. There's no limit to it. So I hope that helps. So thank you very much. And I'll see you all very soon. There's quite a few more questions, by the way, but we're going to keep the time about the same. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.